Hi everyone! So today we'll be making a mushroom pate, which is very, very simple to make. It's a perfect, tasty treat to take to a party and one that everyone will be surprised by because it has so much flavor in it. So let's go and make a mushroom pate. So let's look at the ingredients for our mushroom pate. We've got about 3 cups of mushrooms. These are field mushrooms. Any mushroom that has that consistency would work. We've got 1 cup of walnuts, an onion. We're going to use about 6 cloves of garlic, some olive oil. We're going to use some fresh rosemary, and we're going to use some parsley. Now, the extras that you can add in, you don't have to, but you can add in anything to do with mushrooms. I always add a little bit of liquid smoke. If you want a slightly cheesier taste and an extra little bit, I add some nutritional yeast, and obviously salt and pepper. So firstly, we are just going to toast the walnuts. So get your walnuts onto the pan and we are going to dry roast them until they get a little bit dark. So it's only going to take about 2 or 3 minutes. Let's just let that heat up and I'll be back as soon as they're toasted. So keep watching them. As soon as they go slightly darker, you can see that they're getting slightly darker. I kept tossing the walnuts as they were cooking. That's done, so it doesn't take that long. And what we're going to do is to pop it onto a little dish. We can use the fan again. We are going to add some olive oil. And then we're going to add our onions. Cook that until it goes translucent. So we're going to wait about a minute or 2. So once the onions have browned through a little bit, as we've got there, so that's taken a couple of minutes, we're going to add the mushrooms. 3 cups of mushrooms. We are going to stir that for a little bit. Now you shouldn't have to add more oil because the mushrooms have a lot of liquid and that will make sure that they don't burn. Into this, if you're going to use the optional that I mentioned before, which was liquid smoke, add that in. Probably half a teaspoon. You don't need that much of it because it's so strong. And into this, we are going to add our fresh rosemary. You can add the dried rosemary as well. About a teaspoon of that. If you are going to add the optional nutritional yeast, go ahead and add that in right now. I'm going to cook that through a little bit more before I add the garlic because I don't like the garlic losing its flavor. Let that cook for about 2 minutes and then we'll be back to add the garlic. So that's about 2 minutes worth, and the mushrooms, you can see a little bit of the liquid coming through. And the fragrance is absolutely amazing. We're going to go ahead and add 6 cloves of garlic. Very heavy in garlic. This garlic is amazing. Now, if you have someone who's allergic to garlic because they've got a FODMAP related issue, you can use garlic infused olive oil. That's a little trick to use whenever someone has FODMAP issues. Keep stirring that through because I don't want the garlic to burn at any point. We're going to cook that through for about 1 minute more, and then everything goes into the blender. There we go. We haven't added the parsley in yet. We will add the parsley right at the end into the blender. So we've let the mushrooms and the walnuts cool. So we're going to go with the walnuts first. We're going to put that into a food processor and we're going to mix it just to break it down first before we add the mushrooms in because the mushrooms have a little bit of liquid. Got them to the right consistency there. Then we're going to add the mushrooms in. So because they've got a little bit more liquid, that's why we did the walnuts first. So we've added the parsley and we add our salt and pepper in at this point as well. And that's again according to taste. It might be worth mixing it through, then adding the salt and pepper depending on your taste.
And there we have it. It took about 30 seconds in bursts, and I used, obviously, I did push it down a little bit, but you can see the consistency is absolutely correct. Okay, we'll plate it up.
So there's our mushroom pate, very, very simple to make. 15 minutes in the kitchen, you've got your party dish ready to go. It'll be a hit at the party. It's got the umami of the mushrooms coming through. It's got that amazing nuttiness coming through. You can add some optional extras in, obviously. If you add some truffle oil at the end, just to give it a bit of a lift. Make sure you add pepper and mushrooms, obviously a match made in heaven, and salt to taste, and you're ready to go. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you very soon. Enjoy.